All right, so just a quick review. No, he's not here. Katie's not. Talia's here. Quick review. Uncial is 4 to 6 pen widths high. Okay, so we're doing it in the middle. Well, for me, we're doing it in the middle. We're doing 5. It could go all the way up here as well. All right. So the first stroke of the O is round. And the second stroke of the O is round. It is going to be a full circle, not an ellipse. It's not squished together. Era te veo. Gracias. All right, so on your green bar paper, your first stroke will start a little bit below the waistline. Curve it around, touch the baseline, and lift up. That's the first stroke of the D, first stroke of the C, first stroke of the G. All right, second stroke, round. Again, if I see anything that looks like this, that's flattened out. No, no, no. These two are good. Ay, ay, ay. And this one is, that space is not round enough. And the same thing goes if it were going to be like this. You don't want it way out over there. That just looks fake. Okay.
Tell him.
All right, thank you.
Look at his comparison.
I love it. Nicely done. Nicely done. All right. That's the O. We got the O. We're going to move on. Next is the P. All right. The P. Vertical. Start at that line. Bring it down 1 pen width below the baseline. Second stroke is going to be the serif right here. Again, if you'd like, you can go up and down. That works as well. All right. Second stroke for the P is going to come up. It starts in the center of the stem, curves over, and then comes over like so. That's the P. It is round like a circle. You are number 18. All right, that's the P. If you'd like, you can connect the stem to the bottom of that P like so. That would work as well. Okay. I don't usually do that. This piece, that third stroke, I tend to leave out. I like this hairline right here that ends the bowl of the P. Okay. Try a couple of those on your own. So again, first stroke, 1. Second stroke is that serif. Third stroke is up, over, and around. This stroke right here is pretty fast. You whip it around, go a little slow, and then fast like so. Speed. That is the P. The Q. Give you 5 more seconds for another P or 2. The Q starts off again. Gracias. Like the O. Second stroke is going to come over like the O, but then going to stop, because then now we're just going to pull straight down. Again, about 1 pen width below the baseline. All of these are majuscule. They're all capital. So one more time. First stroke is 1. Second stroke is 2. Stop. Pull down. This space right in here is not as wide as this space. I would consider this one better. This one's better. This one's not so great. Counter space has to be fully round like a circle. That is the Q. Try a couple on your own. This second stroke is not rounded like that. It's got to have this corner. Okay, so again, it's going to be, second stroke will come over, stop, and pull straight down. You want this curve and then down. After the Q, let's get to the R. Another favorite of mine because the R, that bowl for the R, really takes up most of that X height space right here. So the R, we pull down, we stop at the baseline. That's our first stroke. We add our serif right here. That's 2. Third stroke is up, around, like the P. So it's pretty big. And then the tail of the R is really short. If you'd like, your exemplar sheet shows that the stem goes below the baseline. That's fine if you want to do it that way. I tend to just stick right on top of that baseline. So there's stroke 3, stroke 4. One more time. 1, 2. Whoa, what did I do wrong here? Tell me what I did wrong. This space right in here needs to be bigger. I started too high up on the stem. That third stroke should start halfway down the stem. So 1, 2, 3, 4. The third and fourth stroke you can just connect together. The S, you have 2 types of S's. These 2 S's, what's the difference? Can you show me? Can you tell me what the difference is? So the first one on the left, the bowl at the top is bigger and the bowl at the bottom is smaller. I prefer that when it comes to Uncial. Brianna, thank you. Whereas this exemplar sheet, they're balanced. The top bowl is equal to the right bowl. So let's practice both because I think the S is a challenge, especially when you're trying to get the top equal to the bottom. So first stroke is up and over, 1. Second stroke is going to an S curve that comes over and down, 2. Third stroke will come down and up, 3. That is the S. That's when both the top and bottom bowls are equal. Now, if the bottom bowl is smaller, this is the one that I draw in mine. First stroke is 1, same as the first stroke in the first S. Second stroke will be a little bit, it's almost the same, but this third stroke is going to be much smaller, much shorter. Okay, so I can try that again. So it's going to be 1, 2, 3. When I return next Wednesday, we're going to do a little review of the history of Uncial, but do these letters look familiar to anyone? Have they seen them anywhere? Which, like a movie? I'm thinking, what's that? Lord of the Rings and the Hobbits. They use Uncial like when they're writing the locations on the map. Even the word Lord of the Rings and the Hobbit, I believe, is written in Uncial. Okay. How'd you know that? How did you know that? Because you're obsessed. All right, S. Now we get to the T. You have 2 types of T's. First T is the T that I draw. We start up just because a lot of them are the same. Like the O, nice and round, first stroke. Second stroke is going to be this sideways S curve, okay, where you start above the waistline, come down horizontal, and end that below the waistline with the serif on the right side. Okay, so that's the first version of the T, 1, 2. Second version of the T is just like a normal sort of T where you pull straight down and up, and then same stroke for the second stroke. It's a little skinny. Remember, all these letters are based on the letter O, so you have the letter O in here for this T, but this T is a little bit short. Okay, so if you prefer this one because it's easier, because you're having a struggle getting this nice and round, then use this one. I prefer that one. Let's try a couple more. 1, 2. Or 1, 2. That's the T. We're going to move on to the U. So you've run out of green bar paper, you've run out of space. I'm going to give you 60 seconds, one person at your table. Go grab a sheet for everyone at the table. All right? You already have space. So if you're like this, if you're like Era from the page from yesterday, you need to go grab another page. All right? If you haven't already. Uh-oh, you need to do a whole row of each letter. 20 more seconds, then we're on to the U. Katie, you missed A through N. If you go to my YouTube page, I uploaded a video. I want you to watch that on your own time. I don't care if you subscribe. I'll post this one. All right, the U. I'm going to show you 2 U's. All right, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. The first U. Let's go ahead, same stroke as most of our other letters. Second stroke. Pull straight down and stop. Third stroke is that serif right there. Okay, now you could add, if you would like, this stroke right here. A short horizontal. Pull it back around and up. That's all one stroke. And then a vertical straight down. And then your serif at the top of that. Whoops, a little bit more pointy right there. So there's one U. Even a third version would look like this. 1, 2, 3, and then pull up right there. That's fresh. All right, that's the U that I draw. Valley, you working with us? All right, the U that's on your exemplar sheet is a simple straight down, curve up for your first stroke. Then you add your serif. Second stroke, third stroke, pull straight down, lift up, and then add your fourth stroke. That could be also your U. Try a couple on your own. So again, it's 1, 2, 3, 4. Or mine, 1, 2, 3. That one? I prefer that one. And again, this is based on the O. Based on a circle. This one, you just have to make it wide enough. So if I see a U that looks like this, no. I don't think so. Nope. Should be way out over here instead. Yep. La V. Okay. La primera línea para la V is going to start a little bit below the waistline. You lift up and curve down and curve up, just like the stroke for the A. Right, Marlene? Right, Sandy? Mm-hmm. Second stroke is going to be a curve up and over and back around to connect to the base of that V. So the bottom of the V is nice and round. That's what I prefer because we're basing it on a round letter, the letter O. Your exemplar sheet shows where you stop right here, and your second stroke comes back and over where it's more at an angle. Either one is fine. You just have to be consistent. Choose one or the other and do it all the time. Esme? So again, 1 and up, 2 over and connect. Try a couple of V's. The W, I'm going to show you 2 W's. One of them I don't think is, well, you could use it, but I think it's just a lazy W. The first W is a good W. This is the W I write. Start off like the V and stop it. You don't have to curve up. Second stroke is going to be about this far over. 2. Third stroke, up and over to create that V. There's your W. That's the W. You don't need the line to connect it if you don't want it. If you want that line, then it'll look like this. Yeah. I've seen W's that look like this. So it's 1, up like that. 2, 3. I know. This is the lazy W, which is just an upside down M, where it's 1, 2, 3. You can use that one. But when you look at like The Hobbit or Lord of the Rings, this is the W they use officially. This is going to be the modern Uncial. That is just an upside down M. Okay. But again, I prefer this W. 1, 2, 3. I what? Oh, you don't need that. That's the one like that. Yeah, you don't need this line if you don't want. Mira. These are modern. They're more angular. The old school is that one. If you like the old school, go for the old school. W. X. 2 types of X's. First stroke of the X is going to be... Okay, so here's the deal. Watch this. If you do the angle for like the A, right, then your X is going to be too skinny. See that? So the X needs to be much, much wider.